Go look up that stuff, y'all. Like I said, I'm putting up all these documents, this information, and this is just me talking. They make it a goal to play you because they want a piece of that nurse pie. Okay? They want a piece of that nurse pie. So like I said, these girls would put my name and they would put my homie's name in it and stuff like that. There was another girl, like I said, it's just one birdie talking to you, trying to give you some information, and you go and blow it and go tell your recruiter. So this is what my recruiter does. This is what my recruiter does, because I was trying to help out this girl. This girl was talking about that, my recruiter kept telling me that the rates is going down and stuff like that. And I'm telling her, I say, you're on the same float pool as me, the same start date. The rate has not gone down. They have not told me my rate has gone down. Why would my rate go down in the middle of a contract that I signed? That's a null and void contract right there. And I'm hearing this is a thing where nurses, they agree to take a lower rate from the contract that they originally signed. So let me put this in perspective. If they told me that I was allowed to make over $5,100 and they say, oh, my bad, the rates go down, it's going to be $2,500 on your next check. Bitch, what? Listen, no. Listen, y'all, listen. That is breaking the law. That's breaking the law. I don't care how they try to splice this up to you. They cannot do this. On my contract, it says at will employment. At will employment between you and the employer. They can do this. They can cancel you. And they can say, hey, we're restarting a new contract at this new starting rate. You either take it or leave it. They ain't doing that. They telling you. They telling you in the middle of your contract that, hey, we ain't going to pay you this rate anymore. We're going to cut it down. No. That's not, no, y'all. You leave after that. You leave because they playing your pockets. And as soon as you tell them they leave, what they going to do? They're going to be like, oh, wait, we can work something out. No, they trying to see who can grab those contracts, who they can pay less, because what they trying to do is salvage all that money. They trying to salvage all that money. Like I said, this is $1 million a day. Okay? They taking all that money and they putting it for themselves. Okay? So that's what they were doing to one of my friends. And I said, the rates ain't dropped. They ain't tell me about that. The moment my rate drops and you tell me my check is going to be something different than what I signed to, that next day, attorney, I'm on the phone with an attorney. Okay? But that didn't happen to me. So I told my homegirl, I said, listen, all I did was I took a snippet of my contract. I didn't put my name on there or anything like that. And I said, this is how much I'm getting paid. This is how much I'm getting paid. That ain't changed. They changed her shit. Okay? So she was getting, she's having a lot of anxiety about it. She was getting, nervous. Like she didn't like it because this is life-changing money. You playing with people's pockets. So I was like, yo, let me help her out. She helped me out once. So I'm going to help her out. So I snipped a part of my contract and I told her, I said, go ahead and send her my piece of my contract. I didn't have my name. It didn't have nothing on there. And she just sent it to her recruiter. And she was like, the rates haven't dropped. This is somebody else's contract. I'm not going to tell you no names or anything like that. But I know that you're basically lying to me about the rate dropping. Okay? So she was like, well, I'm telling you like it is. The recruiter is texting her back and forth. And she's just telling her a whole bunch of BS. She said, this is the rate that's dropped. I don't know who that is. And she was like, can you tell me her name? She was trying to get the employee to spill names of who was talking about pay. Like I said, there's a law that protects me and you as an employee. You can talk about discussing your wages. There's no law against this. Okay? Go online. There's no law. How would you not know how much you are entitled to be paid? How would you know that you are being fairly paid if you don't discuss it? Go YouTube it. Go Google it. I'm giving you the information right now. NLRA, NLRB, Section 7, that prohibits employers from saying that the employee can talk about wage. That is against the law. So this is what the recruiter did. From that little bitty piece of information that I let her take so she can screenshot it to her recruiter, letting her know that she was lying, she goes up, looks up everybody's contract. She came to the conclusion that it was mine, right? So listen, I don't know if the girl ever said my name or anything like that. I don't know. Like I said, I was just trying to be a little nice little person. She told me that she never told my name. But the lady texted me back and she said, oh, is this Shayla's contract? So this is what she did. She emailed my recruiter and told him that I've been discussing my wages at Oakland and that I need to stop talking about wages and stuff like that because she lost the person that the recruiter lost that person because she found out that she was being lied to, that she's being entitled stuff. So all she did was she got a new recruiter. She requested to go get another recruiter because the person was lying to her about some information. Okay. So the company will call you and ask you what's going on. What so they can piece together why you want another recruiter. So she was getting tired of it because this recruiter was the boss of her last recruiter that she quit. Because like I said, these recruiters be playing you. You drop them, go get another recruiter. Because they playing you back to back, but they want to get some answers. They want to get some answers. Okay, so they started to do a little investigation. So I guess in Oakland, they had a big meeting about us because nurses was talking. I'm telling you, when we got to Oakland, we was banking in all this overtime, double time. Plus, we was making the recruiters change our contract because we was allowed reimbursements of, not reimbursements, we were allowed $500 after I contracted 60 hours. So if I'm working 80 hours, you are supposed to pay me $500 on top of that. So I was rolling. Okay, I was getting into it. I made that man change my contract to that. Okay, I made him change it. So this is what happened. Let me tell you, this is how I know I'm all over the place, but this is how it went down. And this is how I found out that recruiters are basically scamming on people, okay? So he woke up one day. The lady, she emailed my recruiter about what was going on. And so this is what he said. I was in the middle of doing my vaccinations. He said, please stop discussing pay on your assignment. I have went over this with you multiple times that you are getting paid at a higher rate than those on that assignment because they kept you in your prison float pool pay. This is causing an issue, and it's going to affect you and not the person you left sharing pay with. Their rate isn't going to go up, but they may ask for yours to go down to the standard for that assignment. That is against the law. That man blew up my phone. Let me tell you, this man blew up my phone. We've been going back and forth since the beginning of this assignment. Okay? Since the moment I told him what I'm entitled to for housing, meals, my guaranteed hours, anytime that I went over 60 hours, that they were supposed to pay me an extra $500 on top of that. Then I find out that I'm entitled to a car rental reimbursement. Then you believe, you don't know if it was me or anybody else because I only gave her a snippet of this contract. Y'all recruiters came together and said it was me that I was talking about race. I'm the only one that was just blabbering my mouth in Oakland about what nurses are entitled to when it was literally everybody in that damn team. Honestly, it was like four team leads and stuff like that. The team leads are coming in and they're talking about that they're making this X amount of dollars and stuff like that. It was more than me. So that whole telling me that I'm making more than everybody that's there is a lie. It's a lie. There's always going to be somebody that's making more to you. And 10 times out of 10 is based on some type of discrimination because usually who was making more than me was that white nurse. It was that white nurse, okay? I am telling you, I was the last person standing in that tent through this company. They made over 20 other nurses stage the last 2 weeks of their contract, and they asked me to extend. Okay, I don't know if that was like a draw out of a hat a luck or something like that, but I raised hell at this site. So listen, when I was telling my recruiter of what I was entitled to, this man was on the phone and he went off. He went off on me. I'm talking like this on the phone. If you can't change my contract and give me what I want, cool, fine. I talk like this on the phone. I'm not yelling. I'm not losing my mind because you are not giving me this type of stuff, because I have the option to leave. This is an at-will contract, okay? So what happened is he went off on me on the phone. He said, I don't know what more that you want from me. You always think somebody's lying to you on the phone. Like, I'm literally, I could put the phone down and I can hear him yelling at me on the phone. And I'm at the back of my phone. I'm like this. He's like yelling, I don't know what more that you want from me. Whoopty whoop. And I'm like this. What? Like, I'm shocked. This man went off on me to the T. Listen, when I tell you, us Oakland nurses shook the fucking floor. They had a whole meeting about us at this company because of what happened. They had a whole meeting about us. So he took it upon himself to call me, yell at me on the phone, tell me that I'm talking too much. I'm not allowed to do this. I'm not allowed to do that. Show me something in black and white why I'm not allowed to do this. I'm not allowed to discuss pay. I'm not allowed to come at you and tell you that I need this money because I'm entitled to this by law. I am giving you a piece of information that you are supposed to follow and you are not following by it. It's my fault all of a sudden. So listen, I got so fed up with talking to my recruiter on the phone. What I did was I told him, I said, yo, since you can't do it, you seem upset, let me speak to your account manager. He was like, I'm so sick of this. I'm sick of you. You can do whatever you want to do. Like, this man went off. I'm not hurt by any of this because I know if I got into your skin that badly, that means I won. That means there is something that you are doing is in the wrong. It's going to come back to you every single time. So I was like, yo, I understand that you are upset right now. I appreciate you for putting me on this assignment, but let me speak to the account manager. Can I get a hold of her? Matter of fact, since this call isn't recorded and I can't prove this in a court of law, go ahead and email me the information. I'm not giving you her number. Listen, he on the phone. I'm not giving you her number, Shayla. I'm not doing that. You could forget about it. This man was hype on the phone, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I didn't piss this man off, okay? I'm telling you, they had a whole meeting about us about that shit, okay? I guess they took it out on him. And so I said, so you're not gonna give me the account manager information? Nope. So I said, listen, he said, how about you just ask the payroll for it? Payroll didn't give me that information. So I emailed them. They didn't respond back. So I kept that as proof, because if I need to speak to an attorney one day, I will do so. And I will have that information, the documents, proving that this company is doing some fraudulent shit. Okay? Since then, me and this man only talk on the phone seldomly because of that incident. What he did, it wasn't even like 24 hours. He changed that entire contract to what the fuck I wanted. Okay? You made that shit happen because you knew you had that money. You just ain't want to give it. You ain't want to budge. You thought I was just some ordinary Negro, okay, that didn't even know how to read a contract. Nah. I did my research and I gave you facts. Now follow the law before I have to escalate this issue. That man did not give me that account manager's information. Like, he did not. I said, so your account manager speaks to you, can only get in touch with you, but I can't get in touch with him. Liar. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. Me and that man's conversations have been very seldom straightforward business. I was on the phone with him after he done yelled at me, and I was like, listen, appreciate what you did for me and stuff like that. I understand that you are upset. But at the end of the day, this is business. This is business. I want every recruiter to understand that this is business. I've been through hell and back between getting here, footing the cost of everything, driving everywhere, working in inclement conditions. You are not the one that's working and doing all this stuff. We dealt with 6,000 people per day. This was not easy. I know it's vaccines and I'm not on the floor. This was not easy. If I know I'm entitled to much more than what you quoted, I'm going to run for it. And that's why I appreciated the nurses that I spoke with and that didn't go out and go snitch about the shit. You know what I'm saying? That put me on game about this type of stuff. That man changed my entire contract. So this is what happened. He wanted me to extend. I was one of the 3 nurses, the last standing nurses for this company in Oakland, because they staged 20 other nurses. Like I said, staging is a scam. I don't care what nobody say. If you don't need me at this site anymore, send me somewhere else so I can get my overtime hours, okay? So one of my friends, she was very upset that she was getting staged because she wasn't making the original money that she was supposed to be making. $5,000 is a lot of money. We was rolling in the dough. We was doing all that overtime. We was making 7, 8, 9 grand, okay? We was getting there. But when they rip it away from you and they quote unquote say that the site doesn't need you anymore, we need to send you back to the hotel, they didn't send me back. Like I said, they didn't send me back. Maybe that was some lucky draw, but I was one of the 3 nurses. And the last standing nurses was the ones that was always getting in trouble. Me and 2 other nurses and another white nurse. We was always getting in trouble about discussing pay, about finding out what we was entitled to. Listen, I never cussed out my recruiter. I never talked crazy to him on the phone. I talked just like this. Just like this. Pay me my money. That's it. We're not cool. We're not friends. Your recruiter is not your friend. They're not your friend, okay? I went through hell and back. That made me, I seen the light about this industry, this medical industry. And at the end of the day, it is always about money. I want you to understand this. It'll always be about money. Get it while you can. That's why I said once I reach an X amount of dollars, I'm getting out of nursing. I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm so sick of this. Like, I'm homesick all the time. I risk a lot to leave home to go do this stuff. And then when you find out that you actually been potentially played by your company, you go 10 times harder. And that's why I don't think a lot of nurses, they don't be doing that. They scared to ask for more money. They scared to ask for relocation. At this new job that I'm at right now, this lady, same agency, this lady said they only paid her $250 for her relocation fees, and she drove. $250? Played you. And it was her first assignment. So after quote unquote getting in trouble about putting other nurses on games and stuff like that, I said, man, I ain't gonna talk about pay no more, man. I'm not gonna help nobody out, none of that type of stuff. I'm just gonna do what's best for me. And I'm not doing that to keep quiet or anything like that. I'm just annoyed. I'm gonna do what's best for me at the end of the day. Like, I'm gonna make all the money that I can. I'm gonna get out the game. I'm done. So listen, 6 weeks, original contract. They wanted me to extend. So this is how I got back at my recruiter. I got back at him. He said, listen, they want you. They was trying to stage me. I said, I ain't having that shit. They was like, listen, they want you to come back. Me, one of the other 3 nurses. He was like, I need you to extend, but the rate is dropping. Right? Just remind you what I said about that rate drop. So the rate is dropping, huh? So ask your recruiter, when they say if the rate is dropping, ask them, did the bill rate change? Did the bill rate change too? Is y'all running out of money? Because if the bill rate changed, I can understand why you dropping the rate. And I have the choice to leave, because at the end of the day, it's still at will employment. I guarantee you that the bill rate never changes. So that whole, we gonna drop your rate in the middle of your contract, or we gonna drop it on your next extension and stuff like that, null and void. Y'all just need to leave. So this is how I formulated. My rate dropped $1,200. I fulfilled my first original contract at 6 weeks. And then there was somebody talking. I fulfilled the original contract at 6 weeks. And then after that, he wanted me to stay for an extra 2 weeks. So this is what happened. He was like, the rates dropped. You know what happened, the situation. He was like, they want you to stay. So, you know, it's going to be $40 an hour. We went from $59 to $40 an hour. So listen, I didn't let them drop my rate in the middle of no contract. Fuck that. You don't do that. I fulfilled your contract. You're going to pay me that. So this is what happened. He did pay me my rate to the end of my contract. This is what they can do as an agency. They can cancel the original extension that they said they was going to pay you, and then they can change the rate that way. So that's what happened. Everybody agreed. They said, did your recruiter tell you the rate drop? Did your recruiter tell you the rate drop? That's what happened. They did drop the rate. They say, oh, COVID's not as high as it used to be. Bullshit. As long as you got a person in that bed, medications being passed, administered and stuff like that, admissions in and out, money is being made. Okay? Money's being made. They just trying to not pay you. Okay? Listen to me. I'm telling you, I found out so much BS about this world, but you always have to weigh your pros and cons. My new rate was at $40, so let's see, $1,200 less than $5K, right? So I was making about $3,800. I only agreed to stay for that extra week and a half was because I was making more than when I was at home. So this is how I was going to get them back. I said, listen, I need $500 to go back home. And, you know, everything is so high for me right now, and you're not willing to change my stipend, my housing stipend. Remember that? You wasn't trying to change my housing and my meals because the state told you they had to max it out at $1,057. Okay, I need $500 to go back home for reimbursement, and I need $300 for my car rental reimbursement. Remember how I said that company said that they don't do car rental reimbursements, and I found that they actually did? That man, he was trying to get it. He was like, nah, they don't do that up here. You know, they can take it out your check. Why the fuck would they take it out my goddamn check? You think I'm stupid? Why would they take it out my check? No. I said, well, listen, if they can't do that for me, they can't, you know, give me the money that I need to get back and, you know, transfer and stuff like that. I'm just going to leave at March the 20th, which was my last day to work. He said, I'm going to see what I can do. I'm going to speak to my account manager. Oh, now your account manager. You got your account manager's information, huh? Yeah, okay. So he spoke to his account manager. We emailing back and forth. I don't even speak to that man on the phone anymore. You know why? Because I want everything to uphold in the court. So I email him back and forth. Okay? I email him back and forth. Till this day, I don't pick up this man's phone calls. I just make up BS every single time. Oh, I'm busy. I'm working. What you want? What you need? Huh? Yeah, I'm going to get you the same way you did me. Don't think I forgot, okay? Listen. 10 minutes from what I asked him, we negotiated. You drop my rate, I want something from you too. 10 minutes. That man changed my contract again. He said, okay, we're going to give it to you. You didn't talk to no account manager. You just typed some BS on the paper and you gave it to me. You got the money. You ain't want to give it to me. So listen, I won in my opinion. I won. I got an extra reimbursement to go home for my flight. $300. I should have asked for more because the car rental was really high. $300 for my car rental reimbursement, my hourly, and then my stipend. Okay? I won. He changed that entire contract. People wasn't getting that. People was not getting it. That's how I realized agencies are getting away with so much BS. And I just don't see how. I don't see how. So listen, I beat these people at their own game. I got the money that I was need to. I was projected to only make 30,000, 30K gross. I made over 44,000. I was determined to make all the money that I can. And I told myself, I said, you know what, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, something like that. So I made all that money. This is what happened at the end. They staged those people. My friend Ann, she got in touch with the recruiter, and we was talking about a new location that we was trying to go to, because I fulfilled the original one, and I went back home. So I was looking at another place that I was trying to work at, and I was trying to tell my friend, because we usually want to go to the same place together. So this is what happened. I'm packing my bags, about to go back to Oklahoma. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I was tired. I was very exhausted. And I'm not even gonna lie. I was down in the dumps in California because I worked so hard, but I had to fight so much with these people. And I know I'm just blabbering, but I just wanted to talk to y'all. This is how I get through these contracts. It's by just reading. So this is what happened. I had a friend that we had the same recruiter, and she told him originally what happened in that tent. I wasn't the one that was originally talking about pay, discussing about bragging about how much I was making and stuff like that. I was only helping out the people by telling them what they were entitled to. I was providing them documentation by law of what they were entitled to. So she's much nicer than me. She told him the 411 of what went down, and this is what he did. This is what he sent to me. Let me tell y'all. Hold on one second. Okay, this is what he sent me, y'all. Listen, I'm doing another contract, right? I'm telling him about some other stuff. So he sends me another text message. He said, also, I want to apologize in retrospect about the way I handled the pay thing. I was a little rude and upset about it because they came down hard on me for it. Like I said, this company had a whole meeting about us, me, He was like, I was a little rude and upset about it because they came down hard on me for it. Frustration was taken out on you, and I was stressing out a little bit. So sorry if my tone and everything was rude. That girl who told ended up being a huge problem. Like I said, it was multiple people that were talking about discussing pay, arguing with the recruiters and stuff like that. It wasn't just me, okay? The girl was a huge problem, and we took the heat for it. Not your fault at all. So you see what happened? I won in this game. I got what I wanted. Granted, for the housing and the meals and stuff like that, I still think they're lying about that. They're definitely lying about that. And if you were Oakland, go ahead and comment. Yeah. But I won. I wasn't the one that apologized because I knew I wasn't wrong. I provided you facts. Facts. I knew you were lying to me, and I caught you in a lie. But I won at the end because I made the money that I was supposed to make, and you were the one that apologized to me. So like I said, this is my issue that happened in California. Nurses are entitled to much, much more. Why aren't you going out and getting it? Why are you picking up these $2,000, $3,000 contracts in the state of California when you know they rip up half of that? Why? Double your expenses. They are paying you untaxed stipend money. Get what you deserve. Look on GSA.com. Check out the state laws of that state, Check your pay stubs. Although that I was exempt, they was still taking out $1,000 to $1,600 per week out of my check. Look at what you're being paid, because I'm also hearing that they're not paying their employees what they're supposed to be paying per week. I'm telling you, they do a lot of bait and switches. And you do it because what? You don't have enough money. That's why I said don't get into this game and you don't have any money. have some money. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. Have at least about, I don't know, have at least about 10 grand. Some girl told me about like 5 grand. But honestly, you got to think about it. A lot of y'all were just leaving your jobs. You ain't know where you was going. Like I said, I knew a girl, her contract got canceled right before she was supposed to go. She was living out her car. Y'all need some serious cash. It's going to have to take money to make money. And that's why I did it. All these hotel fees, that was coming out of my pocket, and you get reimbursed for that. Okay? So if you ain't got the money, don't go. So that's my whole spiel on about the contracts and what all went down in California. I know I was everywhere, but I don't feel like editing these videos anymore. But this is what happened, you know. If you real, you stay throughout the video. This is the real tea. Don't get played in this game. Come up with the amount of money that you want to make, you want to get out of this. Calculate how much that you are making back home for your bills and the bills there, and make sure that it exceeds the amount that he is telling you. Don't factor in the gross. $5,000 was gross. Factor in the taxes. I did all of that. You can get on paycheckcity.com. It'll tell you how much that you will be taking out of taxes for that state. Do all of that before you sign that contract. If you don't understand the terminology of that contract, pay somebody to make you understand it. So I'm done. That's what happened. I won. They lost. I won. They lost. Y'all have a great day. I'm out. I'm done. I'm done talking about this. It's over with, and I'm truly blessed that I've done it. I had the opportunity, but I just don't have the headspace to talk about that crap anymore because I'm done. I'm over it. I'm not going to be played again. But y'all have a great day. Bye.